G'day, here's more witchcraft in Uganda. This is emails that I've got from a man who was saved, and he used to go to the Witchdoctor. He was high up in the Catholic Church over there, but playing witchcraft as well, not knowing the difference, not knowing you're not meant to do that. And we'll call him Otim, and the other man, the Witchdoctor, who couldn't speak English, so Otim wrote his messages. We'll call him Master Paul, because they call him Master, because he was a high-level witch doctor. Many people went to him. So I'll read some of the emails. I picked out certain bits out of the email that, you know, may open your eyes. This is Otim talking. I feel something wrong with me. I need help. First of all, I have 3 wives. I wedded with only one. I bought something from a man for keeping or taking care of my family, but this thing come and make a lot of noise, making my children to run away from home. This is the thing that he got from Master Paul, the witch doctor. But I got these local herbs to take care of my family and keeping my animals. I had 14 children from 3 wives, but now I have only 6. All died in accident. I've been experiencing this for many years now. Last year I brought a witch doctor to my home to remove some of these things from home, but still after a few weeks I got the same problem. I used to sleep outside since there is a big bird like hen keep moving around me when I'm sleeping with the chick or young one. That means he's been attacked in his dreams. The spirits are coming and tormenting him. But since this young man prayed for us, that's Eric, in the hall, I feel free and fresh. Otim got born again. He went and seen the Passion of Christ. Eric was showing it in a place in this town, and a lot of people got born again. Actually, it might have been the Passion of Christ or the Jesus movie, or even the Broken Chains movie that we made, and of testimonies. My first wife used to complain as well, but now there is no problem at home. I enjoyed the last few days well, and I feel free. So everything's been set right. Everything, you know, even his home life's been set right. We used to sacrifice animals every year as food to these herbs I got to keep my home in June. They're hard to understand sometimes. Sometimes their English is a bit awkward. We do watch film that was given to me by Eric. I only have 1 copy. Eric might give me more. He said he's having many films for Christians. But yesterday I had a bad night. Adwong Pete, Mr. Pete. 2 men beat me up and I cried. They asking me why I allow this young man to have the authority over my home. I was beaten by birds and animals as well. That means when he was born again, the spirits lost control. They're coming back and they're trying to force their way back in, and he's saying they're coming in and tormenting him and giving him trouble. He says in 1989 I buried 6 different animals alive to get wealth. We buried chameleon eggs and a male chameleon with a red head, lizard with a red head, male skin, another animal, I do not know its name in English, and I buried money, 700,000 shillings, which is about, I would say, $300 Australian or American. Actually, it'd be more than that. It would be about 500 maybe. Anyway, it's a lot of money for over there. But yesterday night these animals came alive, beating me. Why I allow Eric to my home. My first wife got a bad dream yesterday. My house, my animals, everything was burning, but she said this young man was pouring a lot of water to put off fire in my house. That was a dream. Everything was on fire. Like the devil just wants to totally destroy everything, but Eric, through his prayers, is pouring the water on the fire. What can I do, man of God? I fear to talk to people about all these things, and I am free to tell you because you are far. I do not want my children to know, since I have seen the effect of it. So that was one email. I got many emails from Otim. I'm just picking bits out. Here's about Master Paul. He's writing about Master Paul. There was a kid went missing. Eric prayed with his parents for the child to come back, and the child come back after 3 days, and it was this Master Paul who knocked the kid off, or took the kid, kidnapped the kid to sacrifice him. but he had a blemish, so he let him go. You know, in Uganda, if kids have got pierced ears or any blemish, they're no good for sacrifice. So the parents will actually pierce the ears of the children and that'll stop them from going missing, because the witch doctors need something that's not blemished or no marks on them for a pure sacrifice. This is another email. Master Paul asked me this question: if you've been doing bad things and now you stop, will God remove his name completely from the book of death? Obviously he's signed himself most likely in blood, into a book of death. Another question, he said he has killed his own mother and his own 2 children when they were young, but the Spirit wanted them, not him. But now all his relatives don't like him because of what he has done. Will they forgive him and come back to him again? He said he drank the blood of his 2 sons, and every day they speak to him in the night. But yesterday they were standing outside when we were praying for them. Obviously there are demons that are acting like they're the 2 sons. The 2 sons says in the Bible, once it is appointed once to die, then comes a judgment. They're impersonating the sons. But now because he became born again, they standing outside and they can't come in. And then it goes on, won't they come and kill him? Master Paul want to know many things, Pete. That was another one of his emails, so I'm sending stuff back. This witch doctor actually, I sent back scriptures to him, and they printed them out, and they were handing them out in the main street. They got born again, and then they're up the street. People couldn't believe it. They were writing to me, what's going on? This was a main witch doctor. I'll tell you how much, like he was a big man. And then all of a sudden he's handing out Christian scriptures in the main street. Master Paul has been on the run after the loss of a kid. That was the kid that he kidnapped. But he came back. This is another email. Came back to his home, and since he feared to stay, he's been sleeping in my home for the last 3 days. This is Otim still writing, and Master Paul's been sleeping in Otim's house because Otim was a friend, you know. Master Paul asked me if God can forgive him since he has sacrificed his own mother and his 2 children to get the power he is operating in and wealth. He's having a lot of properties and wealth. Eric said, God forgive us. Today Master Paul is coming home at 9 p.m. and Eric is coming home to pray for him. He has told me many things and he is coming to tell Eric more. Master Paul has been our master, and we used to take all our sacrifice to him animals. He's having over 1,000 customers around the world, even some Catholic priests, Anglican pastors. If you want to win football and married, and even pastors come for help from him. But now he also said he is not at peace, only running and sleeping under the tree. I'm happy today, and Eric is more happy since he had planned to kill him with witchcraft, but things turn on him and I was too arrested, but Eric saved me, and now I am free. We shall also burn all his power today, if Eric allows. Maybe this was an earlier email, because he tried cursing Eric, and it didn't work. It landed back in his own head, and he had to get out of his house. The demons went back, tormented him. He had to run and hide in the bush, and now he didn't know what to do, but he ended up getting saved. So that's the story about Otim and Master Paul. And I mean, nothing's too big for God. And he totally turned away from that. I mean, he was a rich man. He had, I can't remember, I think 8 wives. He had over 40 children. And now he's turned away from all that and following Jesus, you know. Praise God, I say.